Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, welcome, welcome. Big stream today. Giveaway stream to one lucky winner will be a part of the VIP in a moment's time. Actually, we'll do it. Obviously, we'll wait a little bit if you're more on stream. But anyway, guys, let's get down to business. What we're all come here for, and that's to look at the charts to see what we can come up with moving forward. So, guys, as always, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Welcome, welcome. Big day ahead. Obviously, we have CPI coming up shortly for the Great British Pound, so definitely going to need to keep an eye on that. Forecast is for it to be more than the previous, so CPI to be rising, which would suggest that there's less likely to be rate cuts anytime soon. If that was to be the case, you wouldn't think so anyway. So based off that, that's likely going to be good for the pound. However, if it does come out not as good as the prediction, look, it could go either way. If it comes out greater than the previous but less than the forecast, I think it'll end up just being a bit of a nothing burger. Might push up, push back down, end up being at its open roughly. But otherwise, I think if it does obviously come out around the numbers, then the pound is likely going to fall, and anything above, obviously around the forecast and above, should see some strength in the pound. So we've got to keep an eye on that. As we can see, perhaps GJ now, or the pound itself. Let's have a quick look at GU. GU's not really doing that much, maybe waning in anticipation. GJ, on the other hand, is looking very bullish at the moment. But anyway, guys, if you could, make sure to hit that like button, and we will get underway and have a look at the charts, and starting with GJ. Looking at the weekly, and we are forming a very strong bullish candle. So as I mentioned earlier in the week, it would not surprise me if it broke the low, but still bounced off because we are at a very strong level on the higher time frame. So based on the current weekly candle, I'm going to call it a strong bullish candle, a strong bounce off that support. So we're going to see what levels we've got within that current weekly candle as to where potentially we could pull back to look for options to maybe take another buy back up towards the current weekly candle's high. Now onto the daily time frame, and that is also technically bullish. And what we've also got is that previous daily pulled a little bit lower back off the back of the news that came out, the breaking news out of Russia yesterday. You guys remember? Only to close back up right at its high. So that, once again, to me, just suggests this grab liquidity from the downside. And what likely is to follow is a candle pretty much like so. So what normally follows is a candle creates a bit of a low wick, doesn't necessarily need to pull back all that far. Reason being is that previous candle has done that job, grabbed all the liquidity from the downside. So as soon as it begins to pop above, likely to make a clear move. So in a daily, we're going to look to see what levels within the current day's candle we could potentially pull back to form support. The 4 hours also technically bullish. We have flipped the structure bullish in the 4 hour. So the bias is definitely going to be bullish at the moment on GJ. What I'm going to do is just mark in the most recent resistance we have broken out of. I'm going to mark in the resistance to the upside. And that's, in my opinion, the current 4 hour levels that we're playing within, that 196.10 towards 198.30 roughly. Still making a nice clean impulse to the upside. No signs yet, or no suggestions, no signs of any exhaustion to the upside, and still the same impulsive initial leg back up, which has flipped the 4 hour structure. So I mean, obviously looking at that, what we would like to see is price eventually pop back down to this resistance, retest it, and see if it actually forms support above to look for potential buys. But we'll see what we've got in the 30-minute. So we're bullish across the board, guys. Bullish across the board on GJ. As we can see, we've not yet retested this level, so just gonna mark that in. And what I want to see is, first of all, well, what have we got to the upside? So let's just remove this zone. We're a fair way off it. Might mark it back in if we begin to pop above the minor resistance we've got at this 197.350 sort of level, which we've almost tapped into. All right, so now like I mentioned before, off the back of the strength of the daily and the weekly, let's look to see what levels we potentially could pull back to and look for support to form. We've got this level here at 196,720 to 650 roughly. So that would be one level I'd be looking for price to actually pop back down to and look for a support to form above, await a price action catalyst. Now, aside from that, further buy options, we've got, again, coming up to a minor resistance, and above that level, we've got a relatively clean move either side of it. Clean move down, pretty clean move up. So if we were to start to pop above this resistance at 197,350, I'd also be contemplating my options for a buy in line with the strength and volume and momentum, which is right now screaming to the upside. So that would be what I'd be looking at on GJ. And if we look reform, so I'm just actually going to move this up in the zone. And if we form support above, once again, 196,350, that would be also another level I would contemplate some options to buy it from. Now, as far as sells, guys, so what I need to see in this situation, seeing we are in such a big uptrend at the moment, off the back of 2 daily candles, current more so, not going to look for one candle catalyst because it's against the trend. What I need to see is a little bit of structure form. So if we start to consolidate, nice strong closure below the consolidation, confirm that lower low, then and only then would I consider any sells. So for the time being, I'm not interested in any sells. I'm just going to wait patiently for the buy options, wait to see what happens when the news is released shortly, and then we might have more of an idea where we could be continuing to trend if we are to continue to the upside, or maybe make a pullback where we potentially could look for buys from lower down at this stage on GJ. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. And let's quickly have a look at gold. We've got about a minute and a bit until the news. I'm not going to get in trades before it, so I'm not too concerned by it just now. All right, so looking at gold, no lower wick. As I mentioned all throughout the week, we don't necessarily need one. So long as any pullback within the current weekly candle is met by support, then there is no such need for us to necessarily pull back down and create the lower wick. So we are forming strong bullish on the weekly. Doesn't mean we can't still do so, but as long as we keep respecting support formed, doesn't mean necessarily will pull back to create that lower wick. The 4-hour structure, still technically bearish, but we've made quite a nice bounce off this support here to the left. So we have counter probabilities to the upside. Got to mark in the current 4-hour counters high, so we daily high, sorry. So we have a higher low to the previous. Technically bearish in structure. I was on the daily, not 4-hour. Apologies, guys. So technically bearish in structure with counter probabilities to the upside. We are now obviously at our own low. See what sort of levels we've got at the current daily low. The 4-hour is technically bullish in structure. It has flipped. So we've got the weekly bullish, daily bullish, daily bearish, 4-hour bullish. Above the current daily counters high, we have some clean traffic to the left. So off the back of that, we know we're going to likely be looking for continuation buys above the current daily counters high. And we also know we're likely going to be looking for buys from support on the current pullback. But let's go down to the 30-minute time frame. We are hovering above that resistance where we closed above to flip the structure. So that's another good sign for continuation to the upside. Now the 30-minute has just now flipped bearish. So the new bias is technically neutral, guys. However, selling it right now, you're selling it pretty much into a support, and seeing we're at a support here to the left. We're at multiple levels. Got this level here, we're just broken. If we were to form a price action catalyst around the current level, then I would look for potential buys, guys. So I'm just going to change this to blue, because within the current daily, we have got the high low. Current weekly is forming a very strong bullish candle. So this is one level of support I'd like to see price respect. And if we do get our catalyst in price action, we could look potentially at the buy options probably in the next 30 minutes on the next M30 candle. So buys above, sells going to be difficult because you're running straight into some support. We have roughly about 20 pips from the current level, and then below that you're running into some more support. So I'd probably rather wait and see how price reacts to the fire level, but we'll see. We may have some plans, may change some plans a little bit around the session open, see where we're at. And obviously further sell options, the most recent resistance formed on the pullback, flipping a 30-minute structure, is just here at 26.37, and if we were to reject that level, I would potentially look for a catalyst to sell it. And that is basically it on gold for the time being. Buyers from lower down as well, guys. If we do melt to the 4-hour support, the buyers being neutral right now, I would definitely contemplate the buyers from lower down. So what's going on with GJ? Continuing to the upside off the back of the news. Why is my drawings disappeared? All right, we're using this chart today. All right, so we've popped up. So I'm assuming in the news is CPI came out. We have greater than forecast. All right, it's good for the strength of the pound. So we likely can expect the pound to continue up. GU, nice little pump off the back of that. Yeah, so let's see. We'll let the market filter through the news. We could have options on the next M30. 27 more minutes within his current 30-minute count to do its thing. It could still do anything. For the time being, I'm just chilling. So we'll see what we can come up with in another 27 minutes on GJ. And focus is likely going to be gold either way. And let's see who we got on stream today. All right. Dace, good morning to you. Rick, good morning, brother. Just activated Ninja Trade to copy trade my accounts. Nice one. Hopefully it goes well for you. Tony Gold, good day to you, mate. Carl F, good morning, brother. Faith, good morning to you. I'm not sure what your message was, but I can't see it anymore, so all good. Beats, good morning to you, brother. Ben, KC, Franz, good day, guys. Welcome, welcome. With some limit order buys. Yes, it was buys yesterday during MY at the MY Open, which was good. It was good for a very quick and easy. Got to about 12 pip profit, secured at 10 personally. And it was a good decision because it did eventually reject. That was around here, back off the back of the 15-minute time frame. This candle. So that was the catalyst, the closure above the pause, which was above the resistance. We closed above the resistance. Set the limit order back on the high of that bearish candle. And yeah, it's been a really good start to the week. It's been a good week, so just wait and see. See how today goes. Making a little bit of a move now, gold. I think a valid entry, but not a quality, real quality entry, so not for me. Nags, good morning to you, mate. So the giveaway, guys, that will be going ahead in probably, we'll wait until maybe after London Open. So far I've got, I think, 5 names. 6. So there's 6 so far, but I'm just waiting to see who else pops on that deserves. I mean, you all deserve to be in it, but I reward the ones who have been here probably the longest and the most active. So don't worry if you're not on the stream as well. I'll tag you in the Discord, IG, everything. So Carl, burning G buys at 1.26270 since yesterday. Lovely bit of good news hit. TP. Nice one. So the news gave it a bit of a push. Perfect. That's a good thing. If you're safely in profits and you know you've got your stop loss, maybe trailing even above the entry prior to a news event, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, well done. Go back to bed. Love trade days like today. Yeah, when the job started nice and early. It is a good feeling. So you're on a line with us for a bit? All good, mate. Appreciate it. France, OUJ took my beer and then just ran away like crazy. Oh, really? It happens, mate. That's all part of it. Alright. Yeah, so it's pushing. France, are you in the Discord, by the way? And what is your name in the Discord? Someone did mention UJ the other day. Is anyone in a UJ Not sure if you're in that Discord group or not. Alright, so what I want to see on GJ is, well, first of all, I want it to close above on the 30. Not only that, I would love to see a 5-minute pull back to retest this zone. Close bearish. And by the end of a 30-minute candle, we're still closing above the resistance. Then off the back of that, there could be options to look for a continuation buy, but still have a bit of time. It could now make a move. No way I'm chasing that. Stop loss is huge. It's already pushed in the first 5 minutes some 60 pips, so definitely not for me. And as we know, guys, we wait patiently. We're likely going to get the end of a quality entry. So yesterday's was bloody tough because most people would have been slipped a fair bit and probably not had a chance to secure. It did pump straight after it though. Discord, guys. I'll send you guys the link. Alright, so gold, we're approaching a bit of support here now on a 30. So it'd be interesting to see if it does actually tap into that level, and then we begin to consolidate, and then if we start to pop back above that 2630, there could be options at that point, potentially for a buy. Rick, I've sells below at the wick level. You're talking about here, the spot I've just drawn in, the support. So here, yeah, I will contemplate it for sure, but not on the current move. I wanted to maybe grab some orders first. So what I mean by that is, because the M30 is pretty much just a straight move to the downside, and I feel like kind of a little bit too late to get involved without it resetting. So what I mean by it resetting is maybe consolidating a bit, and then starts to pop below consolidation, close below it, or at least give us some sort of pause here. And then if it starts to pop below, then yeah, we do have enough margin. I mean, preference is to sell it from higher within the range, but it is clean. It's clean at 30, clean on the 15, and there's a good chance if it does begin to pop below at 26, 50 roughly 60, that we could head back down to the actual 4-hour support at 26, 50. So yeah, I think you're right by looking for the sells below there. Something I will also consider. Currently running 2 crypto trades. Once again, I'll maybe start to go a little bit more into that moving forward, but that's a totally different way of trading. I don't want to confuse you guys. And they're longer term holds, both of them, the swing trades. What crypto? With USD, so it's the most stupid name for a meme coin. So that's dog with hat, that's what it stands for literally. And he Vulcan Forge, PYR. Yeah, here it is, USDT. Don't know why it doesn't. Oh, here it is. I never find it. Oh, here it is. Yes, I mean some buys based off more so the daily fib and price being at a 4-hour level. Well, my initial entry was I'm layering in. Got 2 entries. The initial one was pretty much where it's at right now. We're at the low of that wick. And the other one triggered in not all that long ago. So it was somewhere around here, around the lows. Yeah, it's the use of fibs, sometimes trend lines as well, but it's a swing trading, guys. It's nothing to do with the way I trade. Forex completely different. Maybe it's something I can do a video on over the break and upload it to YouTube. Something for you guys to maybe consider if you like it, to try to incorporate into your own swing trading. It might work for Forex. It's a little bit different to the way I used to trade Forex as well, to be honest, when I was swing trading. GJ pumping, guys, so we just need to chill on GJ. Remove some of these zones for the time being. Chat is on while we're only at 26 stream low. Yeah, it's slowly going up, man. Go and smash the like and subscribe. That's another thing, guys. When I do check the analytics, I have to, it's roughly like 30% aren't subscribed. So just press that button, the 30% of you. That'd be much appreciated. Harmonics? No, not harmonics. Maybe without even knowing it, some of the entries, but no, not based on harmonics, mate. It's more the use of the key levels, the high time frame levels, some psychological round numbers as well, and the fib and a few trend lines. Some are a bit of homework on the fundamentals as well. To be honest, I hadn't funded my account in time to get involved in the XRP pump, and I was so convinced by it. And that was just using some logic that people were starting to FOMO back into crypto. Gonna start to open accounts that I've not touched for a couple of years. The first thing I see is XRP. Shit, it's, 60 cents. Shit, let's buy it. And that's pretty much what everyone did, aped into it. And I think now it's over $1. I don't know if it's pulled back at all. Yeah, $1.09. Crazy. Cardano also pumped, and what I did was I sold, not that I had much of it, but I sold it and sent it, converted to USDT. Now I'm trading it on Bybit. Alright, so GJ, we still gotta wait. The focus, once again, guys, definitely gold at the moment. GJ, we just have to let the news filter through and do its thing for the time being. Carl went to make a copy back, and just to be honest, I'm gonna gold buy. Oh, okay, 2632.35. 2632.25, sorry. Gold buy or sell? Currently in drawdown. All right, yeah, at least you're being honest. Small risk, okay. Had some profit from the G trade locked in, and that was willing to risk. That's fair enough. That's another thing I always say to my guys. As long as you're accepting of the risk you have on the table, then if you have some sort of confluence and valid entry, but it may be a slightly riskier entry or something that you're sort of trying out maybe, then you just need to be accepting of the risk. And obviously I wouldn't be going full risk. If you're willing to give up a little bit of your profit, then so be it. But obviously practice proper trade management, risk management, and discipline as well. But yeah, each to their own as well. So let's have to close strong bullish on gold. Yeah, so the minor resistance now is here on the 15, so it needs to close above it basically for me to consider a buy. So it still could. 11 minutes remaining. So that would mean we pretty much want to close in the M30 above the open of that previous candle. Beats, have I found a prop firm you want to try? The only one I trust is for FTMO. I was gonna say FOMO. That's the only one I trust, my friend. It's the only one I've seen proof. My eyes, blade eyes, my eyes have seen the certificate and seen the transaction being sent and fulfilled. So it's the only one I trust. And even then, they could do anything at any time and close your account for whatever reason. So I don't really trust any of them, to be honest. Franco, good morning, brother. Hope you're well. Runs there, man. Same stop loss and gold app as well. 2634 zone. It did react. Well, was a fake out. Didn't say partials. B was my fault. Now it's waterfall. Yeah, again, you gotta have a plan for taking profits as well. Not be too greedy, especially after it made quite a significant move to be honest, mate. That's what I would say. I can understand if you're in it from higher up and there's more scope, more margin within the actual 4-hour range until it hits the support. But you got to think of it just now. You're selling it into the lower third. Joe, good morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. Dude, it was lovely. Buys it up. Yeah, on a daily, perfect. Yeah, I spoke about that when I did the analysis. Absolutely perfect. Really nice little low wick form on the new candle. Didn't need much of a low wick and then broke and has not stopped. But that's the liquidity grab from the previous day. It's obviously now just pumping. This is a beautiful chart, in all honesty. Just checking something on 5 minute. I don't have a valid entry. Still might be able to get involved in GJ on the next candle. I'm not ruling it out completely, and maybe off slightly different entry type. Rick FTMO is crazy expensive. It is, but they kind of can be, I suppose, because they got the reputation. They've got the runs on the board as well, being the original, the dinosaur in the funding. Yeah, the old school funding prop firm, obviously old school prop firm, the original. So they can pretty much price it whatever they want. Runs not into meme coins. Yeah, whiff is a meme coin. Whiff is dog with hat. It's just a pure meme. Maybe the only one actually pays out. Rip, yeah, well, it's the only one I've seen. Beats, who you trade with prop firms, and has anyone gotten paid yet? Carl has with FTMO. Never had any, excuse me, never had any issues. Well, friends of them too, and again, never had any issue. Yeah, I got a good mate of mine as well with them. He's never ever had an issue. Gets paid out in seconds, well, not seconds, but within minutes sometimes on request of payment. Very crazy like peanut. Oh, I heard about that, to be honest, man. Unfortunately, I missed it. Man, the names of some of those meme coins. Alright, coming close to the closure in the M30 now on GJ. We've got just under 6 minutes remaining. Not yet retested this zone. That's the preference for price to come back down and tap into it at some point. I'm just keeping an eye on it on the 5 minute a little bit. Still, in my opinion, not ready. And gold obviously stuck at the moment, walking up and down. Rick, gold not giving me vibes at the moment. Yeah, it's all good. I wouldn't mind if it just consolidates for a bit and then decides wants to continue down or starts to pop back and bump. Good thing is we're around entry points to both the upside and downside. Just now need to patiently wait. Alright, so we're just going to remove this zone for the time being. Oops. I was time for you to start paying to these FX gold gods. Get you out of this. All good though. If it's only a small position, then should be right with it either way. Praying, yeah. Paying, you if you pay, you might get it too. You might get the job done. Alright, tapping into the support. Alright, that's all good. All good. Your prayer still might be answered, Kyle. Possibly. Two minutes left. GJ doesn't look like it's gonna retest the zone within the current M30. Yeah, we're likely gonna need to wait a little bit on GJ. Yeah, I think you may have jumped the gun a little bit, to be honest, Carl. But maybe you had a confirmation. Yeah, but at the moment looks like we're coming down further. So no impulse entries below support. Don't have the margin anymore to take it down to the 4-hour lows. You got a little bit. It's not worth it with the stop loss being as is at the moment at 15 or B. Let's measure it. Close to 50, yeah, about 46 pips. And really would like more of a pause, more of a pullback before trying to sell it at the moment in the bottom portion of close to the 4-hour support. It's just like I've missed it if I'm trying to jump in just now, to be honest. That's not a bad thing though. Let's pop down to create slow wick. Now popping back up to retest the zone and it's just broken. Alright, so let's see how far would the stop loss, what would the stop loss be if it was above the current candle? It's not wide enough. What I'd really like to see for it is perhaps for it to pull back towards the high of that zone. Try to pull back into the range above. Reject, and then if it broke its own low again, that would probably be enough for me to look for an entry. So you got the retest, but for me, I don't want to have a 47 pip stop loss based off the 15, nor do I think an 9 pip stop loss is sufficient enough in this instance. So I want it to pull back a little bit further, and if it does, that's when I will place a sell stop back below low. If not, I'm just going to wait for the proper pullback, or just let it come back down to the 4-hour support and potentially look for options to buy it. GJ. Ooh. Got a valid, really risky entry on the 5-minute. Let's keep an eye on gold. Oh, it's pulled back up. All right, gold could be an option, guys. Where would the entry be? What's the low current candle? Well, it broken a previous candle's low. Previous candle's low is 7.4, so you're looking at 5.9. So 2625.59. Oh, I'm in a trade, guys. Oof. About 5.9. Wow, had about 5 pips on the table. That was quick. All right, move her up a bit more. Ooh, it's fine. All right. Might get to break even shortly. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There's the 10. That was quick and easy. Nice one. Hopefully you're following along. I did tell you guys what I was looking at. So hopefully you caught it. Hopefully you managed to get involved. And that is the entry. Really quick one. Every single trade this week has been lasted about 15 seconds. That one is the longest, I think. That was about a minute. So nice quick W. Just slipped about half a pip on that one. Not too bad. That popped again as well. So wow, look at that. Absolutely flying just now. Got about 15 pips on the table. Nice one, guys. Nice one. So that's what, 4 in a row in stream, 5 in a row now personally. Roberta, would I push my stop loss into profit area? No, I've just got the entry at break even now. I'm about to hit full TP anyway. Thank you for the sub. And job done. Smashing, guys. Smashing. The win rate is, the record is back over 80%. That's full TP hit. So nice and easy. Nice and easy. Called it to a T. What I did mention, guys, is I wasn't trusting it with a small lower wick. If it broke, I was prepared to leave it. Needed to create a deeper lower wick, upper wick, sorry. Preferably to around the high of that zone, and that would be wide enough of a stop loss for me to trust it. If it broke again, then once it broke its own low again, having that lower high, lower low, really has no need to pull back and once again retest this zone, seeing it's already done so, and begun to pull away from it, so it should be right to continue at that point. Well, it'd be a high probability that it'd be right to continue at that point. So nicely done, guys. And I'm out of that trade, so well done. Looks like a few of you caught it. Beats, never heard of stop loss. It will stop by itself at some point. Well, exactly, your account will stop, won't it? Pray for Carl. Got me whiskey last Monday. Fully automatic. Now he's suffering from a hangover. Yeah. Hot for me. Hope you guys win on this one. Yeah, well, it was a nice quick one, mate. Still got it running GU. Nice one. Covers goal loss. Rick missed it. All good. Runs. Nice. Lau. W. Nice one, brother. Carl. Lau. Quick W. Nags. Nice. Rick. Nice. Missed it, but nice one. No FOMO entering later. It was too late to get in. It was, again, it was quick. It was quick, guys. I just got to be able to set it in time. It's the whole week. It's been like that. The whole week. But been lucky enough to actually get involved in all of them. So Joe, too late for you as well. All good, guys. We'll see what else eventuates. I do have a valid entry on GJ based off the 5 minute, but I feel like we're again kind of chasing it without it yet tapping into this previous zone. Doesn't necessarily need to. I think we have an example here today. Where was it? I saw it somewhere. I think it was on gold, actually. Gold at GJ. I saw it somewhere before. We had not. Yeah, just here. This was a 4-hour resistance, and it's not quite yet retested it. So it doesn't necessarily need to, but preference would be for it to come back down, have a bit of a breather after about a 70 pip push. Grab some more orders, bounce off that resistance, respecting it, turn it into support, and then look for a potential buy option. Roberta, I think you just popped off. I'll answer that when you pop back on. Aaron, nice trade. Bit of a quick one for me. Was watching while eating dinner. Gotta be quick. Mate, these days, this whole week, you have to be quick. Every single trade has lasted seconds. So that's the first one's hit full TP. Not a huge one, but it was still like 19 pips or so. So I'm more than happy with that. And November's all of a sudden looking pretty good again. Roberta, so do you take 80%, 10 pips on gold? In this situation, I closed. Yeah, I did close 80%. I closed custom at TP1. So that was roughly about the 10. And then the rest was just I'd left the 20% runner. But usually on gold, if we're into clean traffic, we've got more margin, I would tend to leave 50% on the table because it has more scope to continue on gold. It has more volume, in my opinion. It moves obviously quicker than GJ, for most part anyway. So I would suggest if you're trading within a range, close 80%. If you don't have a great deal of margin, close 80%. If you're trading zone to zone, so you've broken out one range into a new range, for instance, breakout of the highs here, you know, you got clean traffic to the left, probably worth only closing 50%. But I mean, it's really up to you, but that's generally what I would do. All right, so now that we are at support on gold, what I would like to see just now is, seeing the bias is technically neutral. Like to see, once again, a bit of consolidation form. If we start to pop above the consolidation, seeing we're now at a 4-hour support level. So it's obviously a very strong level of support. We started to bounce off it, then we could potentially be looking at the options to buy it. But seeing it's been quite a strong impulse to the downside right now, you probably need to wait for a little bit more than just one candle. So a little bit of consolidation, maybe a little bit of a staircase. It could be on the 15-minute as well, which may equate to a couple of 30-minute candles. Wait and see. But if you have a little bit of this sort of happening where you consolidate, create the high low even from within the consolidation, then create the high high, perhaps popping back above 26, 27 here, you may have options at that point. So just based on where we're at, no longer am I interested in selling it. There's no point if you're a bit too late to the party. We were really squeezing it at that point there. So at this rate, it's best to wait to see if it sets up for a potential option to buy it. And GJ, it's clean to the left. Like I said, I got a valid entry on a 5-minute. I'm not going to take it personally. I'd rather wait for it to actually pull back to retest the zone, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to chase it. Rick, funny how the market, how I marked this sell below zone and didn't sell below. Happens, man, it happens. But that was a quick one again. I was really, you had to be really quick to pull the trigger. Beats in out, yep. LinkedIn, yeah, that's how it's been all week. Just following the plan, man. Just following the plan. Rick, but also got scared us after such a move down already. Well, that's the thing. If you're not comfortable, then don't enter. But like I mentioned, for me, I like the fact that it popped down first. That's what really made me interested, to be honest, because it's just something I constantly see. And when it tends to do it, it just tends to really give me good results. So if it pops down straight at the open towards the low, sometimes it'll just break it of the previous candle, not FOMOing into it, just patiently waiting for it to create the upper wick. And a decent one to suggest that maybe we'll try to pop back above this range to grab some support. Rejected it. If we break down our own low again, should be enough with the clean traffic to the left to head back down. Just using price action, just simple price action, but you did still have some clean traffic to the left. Looking for a weak bull candle, a strong bull candle. Yeah, definitely need strong, not a weak one. Big bear and strong bull after. That would be good. Yeah, if this, well, it's a bit late, it's 20 seconds to reject. Interesting again, guys. Look what's happening though. How often do you hear me say it? Do your homework. When price taps into a level, screenshot it, record it. How far did it bounce off it? Did it give you enough to get your 10 pips? Test it out. Keep a record of it. You might have, you know, a data set of 30-40 trades, and then you might start to just trust certain levels, limit orders at certain levels. You know, keep an eye on all this stuff. Try to adapt to the markets. That's how I came about the impulse entry in the zone against the actual direction of the candle. So 50% of the zone. Price taps into it without a wicking opposite direction. So if it taps into support, then I'm buying it based off the probabilities it's going to pull back to create the upper wick, things like that. You see right now, you definitely would have got 10 pips and you would have had very to no draw, probably no drawdown whatsoever. Beats faster than the speed of sound. This week, honestly, you've had to be really quick with the trigger. Smash the like button, that'd be much appreciated. All right, we'll wait till just after London Open, then I'm gonna do the giveaway. So I apologize because there'll be a few names that you guys, a couple of you might be a little bit disappointed for not being on the wheel. I'm trying to really focus on the ones who are constantly chatting away. I mean, I appreciate you all. Really appreciate you all, but that was the whole part of it. That was from the very moment I mentioned I was going to do this giveaway. I said you guys had to be very active, and I was going to reward the most active with the chance to win. I also did mention it'll be between the Discord and the YouTube chat, so it's not just you guys in the YouTube chat. There are a few names from the Discord as well. Brick, the background music, yeah, this is the only one that doesn't get me any copyright infringement, so all right, GJ, so the 5-minute would have worked. All right, interesting. Not gonna say I called that one because I didn't say I was interested in taking it, but nonetheless, you would have pretty much got your 10. Yeah, you can't put spread, you probably have about 9.5. Lemon, probably a bit risky. I just feel like it's kind of chasing it, but this particular entry type is best used when you feel like you've missed the move. So it is kind of like trying to validate a FOMO entry, if that makes sense. Doesn't sound great, but it tends to work quite well. Carl, gotta go. Good luck in giveaway. See you all tomorrow. You might be in the VIP tomorrow, mate. You never know. Your name's on there. I'll just let you know now. But yeah, anyway, you'll know tomorrow if you're not in the Discord or whatever. You'll be notified on stream tomorrow. Lemon, pretty much. Basically, to break that high, little bearish counter high. Basically. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much where it would have been. Yeah, sure would have been taken. Beats, who taught you how to trade? Who was your role model? Well, I've had a few mentors in the past. I started swing trading, I mentioned it many times. That was crypto. So I still have a passion for crypto. I'm still pissed off about crypto because every time I need the cash, I sell out and the market pumps. But I am getting back into trading it. Yeah, so I learned a lot from that. That was more swing trading. There was a little bit of a scalping section as well. Otherwise, obviously, when I was part of the other group, TCG, I learned a lot from that. So yeah, I learned a lot from that as well. Obviously, not going to deny that. And he was a great mentor at the beginning in that. And then I was confident enough to find my own way as well and create some of my own rules within a mix of everything I've learned. And a few of the newer entries and some of the things that I take are just things that I've literally noticed on the charts play out constantly and try to see how I can implement it into my playbook. I obviously, like a lot of you at the beginning, you probably come across Roger Banks and all that, because he was pretty much the original, wasn't he? So he was the first one. But I've since found out a few things about him which I don't really agree with, but look, he could be a good guy. I have no idea. I've never met the bloke, so as much as I maybe have bagged him in the past, who am I to bag him? I don't know him, so. But role models, in all honesty, just my mum. If you guys knew what she does. Ripe old age of 77 and still works every single day of the week. It's by choice. She never complains. See, she's unwell sometimes and will never ever complain. She never complains that she's in pain or anything. So definitely her, 100%. And I'm not ashamed to say that, in all honesty. She didn't teach me how to trade though. I mean, that setup was very good. GJ or? Yeah, still only got 10 though at the moment. Sure, if I was a member, I definitely would have made sure that I was in contention to win. It's very nice of you, my friend.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. And
That's
you?
good. Good to hear. Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
So very successful, man.
Been a good week. Yeah, it's been a really good fight back to November. So started with 3 losses and 3 break-evens for the month, and now it's 5 wins, 3 losses, 3 break-evens. So what was that?
Good. Yeah, I was too late in, and but maybe I have a question about, because I was not in at the beginning.
Yep.
I think you get in because of the M50 or it was real M30.
M30 closed below.
Yeah.
This candle dropped initially to pretty much the low of that candle, just pulled up maybe a half a pip or so, or a few points above the low of that candle. Then I wanted it to pull back to create a decent upper wick. I did mention I wanted to pull back towards the high of that zone, and if it did so, give me enough of a stop loss, because initially it popped back up about 7-8 pips and the stop loss would have been about 9 pips, I think. And it wasn't enough. It started to drop again, but I said if it pops back up further, I will set a sell stop, and that's exactly what happened. I just got in time, so I was looking at GJ.
Okay, and so if I look to the chart at the end, so there was I don't think 4 or 5 in bearish candle in a row.
Yeah,
so
on the 30.
Where is your catalyst at the end?
So it's a little bit of a pullback on 15. The catalyst is still the closure below, but the fact that we dropped, pulled back up, rejected again, still had clean traffic to the left. For me, it was still worth it.
Okay.
Because we were pulling away from that zone with the clean traffic to the left. So yeah, a little bit again. It's you buying, selling it, sorry, in the bottom portion of the 4-hour range. So you're really squeezing out the last bit that you can. But had it not pulled back sufficiently enough, I just would have missed it. So it's all about that, just pure price action within that candle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've looked also, but I didn't set any stop order.
Yeah.
And then price went down immediately. So yeah, I was too late for that trade.
Yeah.
You didn't slip? There was no
I got slipped. It was about just over pip and a bit.
Okay. Because there was a strong move in very strong move.
I've been really lucky of late. Yesterday it was the same. Yesterday I got slipped 1.4. Some got slipped. I know Archard with his funded account got slipped 10 pips.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's harsh. I think Michael mentioned got slipped 4, if I'm not mistaken, Michael. Or was it 8 or something? So I've been really lucky not to be slipped. Well, I have been slipped, but not to anything at point of detriment to the trade. Anything detrimental to the trade.
And also today you set then the PE immediately when it was at 10 pips.
Today I set it just before it.
Okay.
So just before it, because I knew it was volatile.
yeah, expecting maybe again some move up.
Yeah, I it's at a good level anyway to start contemplating the option to buy it, but obviously need to wait. Still liking GJ. I really like the momentum behind it today. So now we just need a decent pullback.
Yeah. Justin, I sent my analysis into the group for GU. Maybe if we can go through,
No, of
because
course.
it's a little bit retracting of the 4 hour.
Oh, okay, yeah, here to the left. Yeah.
And now when we are looking on the real time, the time frame, so we see that we are rejecting this area, coming back, and maybe I see some entry points when we are creating some support right now. The only issue which I have right now is that we are tapping in already in the H4 resistance. But if we are creating in this area, correct, in the blue area, if we are creating here some support, and then maybe we can head up again.
Correct.
To test it again, the daily highs.
Yeah, correct. That's what I'd be looking at. Very similar in GJ. And I mean, on the flip side, if it does form a support and start to pop below it, likely not going to have the margin, but it could be worth an early entry in anticipation and may make a deeper pullback after rejecting a 4-hour resistance. But that's, I mean, now it's really retracing the move. GJ, is it going to tap in?
Yeah, this blue area which you are marked is also some kind of a H4.
Oh, okay. To the left here.
Yeah.
And here, of course.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, maybe there is some room for sales, but the structure is not looking not that good for me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Okay.
Be nice if you had a little bit more margin, to be honest. So if this maybe happened.
Yeah, but I see more than margin, more for going on place. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Or even if it just drops back down to the next the origin of the impulse up and respects the structure and forms the support above 126.80.
Because the news was very good on GU, the CPI news. So, and maybe I'm expecting some move ups right now on the long open.
Yeah, perhaps maybe it's just grabbing some liquidity. We've got under 30 seconds. For me, I don't really have a valid entry on GJ. It's closing a little bit too strong with a bearish candle on the 15. Still like to see it pull back. I don't really feel comfortable chasing at the moment. Gold, obviously, we're still dropping, so full position was closed on my side of things. So session open, guys. Let's see what we got. Bullish engulfing, and then GJ could be valid again. London Open, most definitely. What have I missed, by the way? Rick, what do you guys prefer, coffee or tea? I definitely prefer coffee. Don't mind tea, but I definitely prefer coffee. Rarely do I have a tea. before trading. Definitely coffee, mate. Carl, up for beer. Yeah. I mean, here it's late enough for a beer. Is it ever too early for a beer? I've had a beer before, like 8 a.m. in Thailand. That was because of shoved down my throat during the New Year festival. I kind of felt obliged to drink it. Beer with breakfast. Yeah. You guys can probably figure where that day went. Heineken? Yeah. Not a huge fan of Heineken. Alright, so London Open, we've got no lower wick. Gold's got no upper wick. So that impulse entry is not valid here. Reason being is because we're close too low into the range, into the zone, sorry. So the closure of that previous M30 is basically at the 50%. So there is no room for it to move. Yeah, for me, that's way too risky. If this candle closed a little bit higher up, for instance, like so, then I would definitely consider, if it did this, just buying it, market execute, as it taps into the 50% of that 4-hour zone. In anticipation, there's a good chance, from what I've seen in the past, when price hits that part of the 4-hour zone, it usually will bounce off it, and it might get to the point where it'll flip back bullish. You're definitely well in profits at that point. But even prior to it, you'd have more than 10 pips. Like you'd be able to TP1. Let's look at it right now. So we know right now it's got no upper wick. From its lowest point, let's measure how far it's popped back up. Again, so already more than 10 pips, but the fact of the matter is it's just a little bit too far into the zone of closure. But you kind of get the drift of that entry, why I have started taking it. And I did test it out, like I mentioned, during last holiday break, last Christmas, New Year, my summer, when I wasn't on stream. It was just something I noticed play out constantly. So to the point where I trusted it, and I mean, you know, touch wood, I think I've only taken the one loss on it so far. Not taken it often, but it would be about 7, 8, 9 times, and so far I think I've lost once. Very nice if this bear candle closes weak. Before. Cup of tea with a digestive. Oh, mate. How old are you, Sharif? You're about my age, aren't you? Digestives. They don't taste that bad though, do they? It's English people drink a lot of tea, or is that prejudice? No, I think it's quite true. It's a look of gold now. Look at it now, guys. It's flipped. In your 40s? Yeah, it's the same as me, mate. A little bit too young for digestives. All right, let's do this giveaway because we're waiting for some sort of confirmation. Look for any entry. That would have been, again, had it closed a little bit higher up, it would have worked in the end. But like Mary's, that candle closed too far into the range, into the zone, sorry, for me to trust any impulsive buy. In case it would have just crashed through the support, and that's where the stop loss would have been. All right, so the wheel of names. All right, so let me bring this up. Some of you will see a name on there. So Beats, that's you. I haven't put your full name. Rick, obviously, you know who you are. Kyle, but he's just dropped off the stream. Daniel is someone who supported me from the old stream. He's quite active in the Discord chat. He's usually on the stream, but I know he's working early, so he might not be able to attend the stream that often, but I feel it's fair for him to be in the wheel. Blank, who's from the Discord, who is chatting quite often in there in the community chat, I appreciate that. And Yomix as well is on her since I've started this. Well, since I mentioned the giveaway, they've been quite active, so you guys, best of luck. Rick, Beats, what do you guys reckon? We reckon we just spin it until we have one name, or just one spin and that's the winner? One spin and that's it? Or process of elimination? What do you reckon? You choose? Alright, let's just do one spin and the lucky person wins. Alright. It's just a few times. Oh, there it is, Rick. Welcome to the group. It was meant to be, wasn't it? I think it was meant to be, my friend. There you go. There you go, mate. Rick, you're the winner. Congratulations. Welcome to the VIP. I will make sure, tag me in the free community group, and I will apply your role to VIP, and we'll see you later. Probably see you for 3MY and 7Y if you're about. Pleasure, mate. Pleasure. Be good to have you on the team. I think it's well deserved, so appreciate the support, and nice one. Unlucky Beats, but again, appreciate you. All good, mate, all good. So just make sure to, not sure what you just actually I probably could find your Discord name, to be honest. But either way, maybe either send me a message or tag me. Send me a DM or tag me in the community chat. At me or whatever it is. That's it, sharing love. Thank you, Rick. Commiserations to the rest. Sure. Beats, Rick deserves it. When he is there, the chat is always running. Mate, you all deserve it, to be honest. On Insta, yeah, you can do that, man. You can create a new Discord and let me know when you've got it up, and let me know what your profile name is. Yeah, just let me know when you've set it up and let me know what the profile name is, but join the free group once you've set it up. All good, man, all good. All right, so GJ's still pulling up. What's GU up to? All right. So this is all right, Franco. This is not too bad, because now could open up the margin. If it makes the clue move down, you it's waiting for support to form. The issue could be sells though, because below this support, you don't really have the margin. To be honest, it's cleaner once you pop below this level here. You've got that to worry about. That's 4 pips away. So yeah, I'd like to see it pop back down, clean move down, and its preference would be to wait for support to form. But again, markets do whatever they want. It could easily crash through it. If that's the case, just need to accept it, and then perhaps wait for first of all a closure below on the M30, because that would confirm a structure flip. Then you can wait for it to pull back and wait and look for potentially a lower high to form, and maybe once again sell it from a bit higher up on the pullback. And JJ is still waiting for a bit of a pullback. man, I forgot to take a photo of the wheel. Damn. Never mind. Yeah, if you can do it today, Rick, that'd be great, because I'll be on at time I jump on. NY. Yesterday was 10:30 my time, which is what in over in UK and Europe. Yeah, it's 10:30 AM. No, it's 11:30 AM. I'm not mistaken. In UK, it's 12:30. Is that right, Franco? Roberta? In Europe, is it 12:30 lunchtime? I'm not sure. It's a 10-hour difference from Melbourne to, yeah, so 12:30 for those of you in Europe, 11:30 for those in UK, and 10:30 PM for myself and Luke, who has been on stream of late. Seeing up right now, nice one. In the Netherlands, it's now just after 9. Yeah, so you're an hour ahead of UK. Alright, so once again, the one candle catalyst is not sufficient enough after such volume to the downside. We need to wait for stronger confirmation than just one candle closing back bullish. Still, all the volume was to the downside, so once again, we need to let it form a little bit of structure from this point and once we start to pull away from the support, the 4-hour support, breaking those higher highs, higher lows, and then correlating it with strong closures on the 30, then you might have some options to buy it. But at the moment, in my opinion, it's just not ready. Next year, guys, next year is going to be massive. You watch. We're gonna have much bigger numbers on the stream. It's gonna get exciting. I'm gonna likely have a couple new entries as well by the time we start again, which will probably be about the second week of January. But like I mentioned before, I might jump on occasionally live to even live sim session. BK boss, is that how it's pronounced? All right, man. I'll find you and I'll add your role. Okay, yep, you tap, all good. Add role. There you go, you should be in. Check if you can access the VIP, my friend. All good, brother. You're in. we'll do more giveaways, guys, moving forward as well. So might do a Christmas one to end the year. All right, sorry guys. No, sorry. Get the agent session happening. You know what? That's something I have been thinking about, in all honesty. I just wish there were more people who could jump on. I may jump on. Okay, well now my brother's back. Thank God. I may have time. More so on Wednesday and Thursday. Just whether I really want to sit in a charts at that time, to be honest. But I'm about, man. So, Aaron, if you're looking at charts on that, always feel free to share it in the chat in the VIP, man. And I'll happily respond, give you my feedback, and we might take some trades together, even if I'm obviously going to be sat on the computer. All good, Rick. Good to have you on board. Beats, with a chat, you really need to figure something out to grow this stream. Yeah, there's quality stream. Anyone have? Yeah, I've got ideas, man. I've got ideas. To be honest, just had not really. I haven't had the time of late. Obviously, I was away for quite a while, and then my brother went away. I've been busy with obviously the family business in the background. However, I'm saving it for next year, but I've got a lot of shorts to be released, short videos, not ads. Gotta release those, not on stream. I might get the viewers, I don't know, it might get me banned from YouTube though. But yeah, so I've got ideas. Hopefully that'll work. Mr. Phil, good day to you, mate. How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
All good, my friend. All good.
How's the big week?
Yeah, really good. Got another cracking gold trade, which lasted once again about. This one lasted a little bit longer today. It lasted maybe all 1 minute. So I took some gold sells here.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. So nice rejection. Yeah. How about you?
That was perfect. For me, I haven't had anything yet. I was looking at the trade on EU, but the range there was not enough.
Do the support.
Yeah, and the stop loss was a little bit on the alley. It's a little bit better. It showed better on the alley. So yep. I was looking at it below this kind of below there. Yeah. Yep. But there was not enough room to the downside.
Yeah,
and the stop loss was a little bit too big. So
yeah, it's correct. Unless you're just willing to take it, knowing that it could reject, just based off price action itself. But again, you're disciplined and you know, you're following the plan and rules, then yeah, 100% that would have put me off as well. And it is respecting it just now, but it so happens to be that would have made enough to maybe secure something if you got about 20 pips by the looks of it.
That happens with him on another day. He would not do that. So
yeah, exactly, 100%. That's the thing. Well, that's very well said. If you took it once and you got away with it, And you think, you know, next day will work yesterday.
Yeah, the next time you feel like, yeah, it did work the last time, so let me do it again, then you
Get burnt.
you get hit, so no need.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Practice good habits and train the plan. And if something invalidates the entry and so happens, that's so be it. You can't do much about it.
Also, there was an opportunity on EJ also, but still same issue. The room also, there was not enough room for movement.
Oh, okay.
Like this break
Had
above
that.
here, and then there was just another support to the left here. So I was looking at it just above this minor support here that it formed.
Here?
Yeah, above there.
Yeah.
Yeah, above that one. But again, when you look to the left,
Yeah.
you have these others of just few pips above it.
Correct. Exactly. How do you know? Do you know what I mean? Like you don't know it's gonna burst through it. So all we can go off is previous data, and the previous data to the left suggests that it could reject that point. We need to be wary of that.
So,
but once again,
and the way the candles were also forming as well, no lower wicks, no upper wicks, like
yeah, this one.
I just decided, okay, let me just let it make it move. Then if it comes back to retest, then maybe we could get something there.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, man. It does retest, similar to what I mentioned on GU, but GU is now very choppy in the hourly anyway. 30 still looks all right potentially. Yeah, if 30 pulls back and forms support, you may have the margin. I know you don't really trade it anymore, but it looks similar to EJ as far as if it pulls back, you've been looking just to previous levels for it to pull back to, and you've got the margin, the right confirmation, then could be obviously your next option and buy it, as opposed to chasing the highs, which again to the left you really don't have the margin right now. It's tapped into a resistance.
Yeah, so you just need to wait and see and let it bring some more.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we see what it comes up with.
Agreed, mate. Abdul, mate, good morning to you. Did you miss? Yeah, we got it. It was a really quick one. Gold sells. So the end bag was like about 19 pips, I think it was. The total TP'd right at the low, the last 20%. But yeah, that was a pretty good trade. I'll do the markup and send in the confirmation why I took it into the VIP after the stream, so you get to know in more detail my thoughts behind it and why I answered. But right now, looks like GJ could be the next option, but needs to pull back because gold is just a little bit indecisive at that support. Sorry guys, what have I missed? Yeah, see, yeah, it pops up as Rick. Yeah, that's better, man. That's much better, to be honest. Beats, I think it helps if you also start trading on YouTube with prop firm. Yeah, I think maybe that might be of more interest as well. Bass, welcome. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and tick that little bell so you get notifications. You'll learn a lot from just watching the streams on the daily. You're here to learn, that's great. If you're here to take some trades, fantastic as well. I mean, you can see the stream record at 80%, be a tad over 80% with today's win. So welcome aboard and feel free to chat away, ask questions and get involved. Beats, I reckon you're spot on with that. Esther, I don't like price action on gold anymore. We'll watch till MY market open, miss the sells on gold. It's a tough one, guys. This whole week it's been like that. You've just had to have been quick enough, and once again I'm lucky that I've got magic keys personally to manage my trades, because they've been that quick that you just need to quickly press a button as opposed to try to open up on your MetaTrader, try to modify the entry, so closing partials, it's a real pain in the ass, to be honest. So I really recommend having an EA toolkit to manage your trades, and the one I recommend is Magic Keys. Speed, so you also learn impatient, which is very important when trading. If you want to be profitable, it is of vital importance. Smash the like button, that would be much appreciated. You're here to learn, also want to work on patience. Thanks for the warm welcome. Last one, we're definitely in the right place. Definitely. I mean, Monday and Tuesday's trades both came right at the end of the stream, and had to wait patiently. We decided just to sit out one or two earlier options. Still got the job done. Today it came a bit quicker. Let's see on GJ. So we're coming towards the closure of the first 30 minutes of session open.
So on GU, the whole move from the news was right now equalized. So I don't know how you would classify this, Justin.
A type of entry, just a buy from support is what you've been looking at just now. Because the break and retest is there. That's the break, and retest if it forms support on the retest. Obviously it's pulled back lower down towards the origin of the impulse to the upside. It's now retesting support, so you'd be looking for that confirmation on a buy from support at the moment. So obviously we know the catalyst, there are a few we can look for. One of them is the engulfing candle. In this instance, it's likely not going to give us or it might not happen. And the second problem with it is you're not really going to have the margin if it did engulf, because if it does engulf, it may engulf by a few pips, and then you might only have a few pips to the resistance. So we'd probably rather see a little bit of support, a little bit of a pause, a decent to, you know, a weak to sort of decent bullish closure, but within that weak 15-minute pause, and that's when I'd probably start to look at the entry. Unless we have prior to it, again, a little bit of exhaustion, so maybe the volume candle, maybe we start to do with this, become weaker and weaker, and that's when I trust engulfing.
And then maybe some engulfing, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But
what about?
Go on.
Sorry, go.
You go, mate.
Yeah, but what about the former resistance, which you cancelled on the upper side? Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay.
So because this for me is an H4 resistance as well. So
is it? Okay,
would you say that this is equalized because of the move which was going through?
Interesting one, because I can see what you mean, but at the same time it's kind of hovering above these bodies here. So now you're almost trading within the highs and at the open, so the lows of the 4-hour resistance and the actual highs of it. Now what I'd be looking for is to see what's going on the M30 time frame within those levels, and what we can see is it's actually made quite a clean move up based off the the backing news. I understand that, but now it's making quite a clean move back down. So irrespective of price being at that 4-hour level, what I'm seeing is we're starting to make some clean moves within the zone itself. So therefore I can start to look for my catalyst on the pullback to look for the buy, and I would still trust it because it's also the 30-minute last significant high low, and on, you know, so it's retesting the structure. It remains above it. We're still bullish, so most definitely I would still be interested in that type of entry irrespective of the 4-hour at the moment.
Okay, and what about if we are closing about the support which you mentioned there right now?
Oops.
The recent support. here. No, below. So I mean, yeah, correct, this area. So what about if you are closing about this support area?
Closing bullish, or
then maybe if we are tapping on the support below, tapping there, and then maybe there will be also some buys available.
So if we pull into the range below, I mean to reject and close back weak bullish.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And within it, you may even have the 15-minute engulfing bullish candle potentially. So yes, I would consider that a catalyst. Because it's just pulling back deeper and it's pulling back below the 4-hour level as well. At that point. And if it was to close back weak bullish, the long lower wick, you're likely going to have an M15 bullish engulfing potentially. Or you might have the first candle closing a strong bullish candle in the 15, followed by a weak bearish closure on the second 15. And then you got that scenario where you got minor resistance forming at support with the 30-minute confirmation of support, if that makes sense. So 30 minutes still going to close bullish. Not like that. 30 minutes still going to close looking roughly like that, and then you've got the confirmation on the 30, and then you're breaking the minor pause, the resistance formed at support. Yeah, most definitely I would look for that to see what's going on within that liquidity candle is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure. Aaron, all good, man. By all means, just always feel free. I always mention it to all the guys in the Discord. Always feel free to tag me and be looking at trades you want my opinion or something that you want to know a little bit more about. As far as one of the entries or whatever, any questions, always feel free. Elias, good morning to you. Welcome. Alright. DJ looking quite healthy at the moment. This is a nice pullback. From Ethiopia. Nice one. Alright, what's going on? 15. Alright, so gold's starting to give some sort of confirmations here. Well, starting to resemble something what we like to see. Now, if this closed bullish engulfing, there could be options. It's the earliest option in my opinion. So it still would be valid, but again, a safer option at this point, seeing we've had such a strong move to the downside, would be just simply wait, let it maybe close above this point here, maybe another little pause, and then wait for confirmation once you got a stronger 30-minute closure. But the issue is you might miss the move. But if it did close bullish engulfing, you're back above the support. So something for you guys to contemplate if you are interested. Bitcoin is approaching its all-time high yet again. Been a bit of profit on this trade, by the looks of it. "34 likes, pretty good. It's the most in the last few days, and I think probably the most for a while actually. Appreciate it. Alright, just remove that. We're way off that. We can actually shift this up now. So once again, as we print more data and we create more levels of support and resistance, I just shift these levels up to the most recent. So if we begin to pop below this previous resistance, then I'll be looking for, similar to what I mentioned on GU before, a deeper pullback. GU is currently doing that and looking pretty good. Perhaps the same thing on GJ. If it starts to pop back below the resistance here to the left, then the next destination I'd like to see support form above is really that 197 sort of level, 197.10. Now, for anyone who wants really, feels the need to try and get involved and looking for counter trend entries, what you want to see is a little bit of structure forming here. So if it taps into this resistance, maybe closes a bullish candle, creates that support back above it, and it's wiped out to only by a bearish candle closing back below, then I can understand why someone might be looking to sell it based off that. But just be wary, it's against the strength of the current daily candle, against the 30-minute structure, or against 4-hour counter probabilities as well. But I definitely understand if anyone was interested in taking that sort of entry. But what I would say is just be patient with it. Don't just wait for one candle to close below. Wait for it to provide some sort of price action catalyst. Because if I'm looking at it just now and I'm waiting for a candle to close below, like so, I'm looking at thinking I've got in way too late without another catalyst. So that's a pretty good catalyst. Had it been at a level I'd be interested in selling it at, because it's basically bearish engulfing. If you're getting in now, or just say this candle closes like so, I would be looking at thinking, well, why don't you just get involved here on that catalyst? That was an actual catalyst. This is kind of too late to the move. So in this instance, what I want to see is let it set up again, let it provide me another price action signal, let it create something like this, a little bit of minor support, still below that resistance or around that resistance, with the wick to the upside, suggesting once again that we'll likely have grabbed some more liquidity from the upside. And if we were to break below this candle's low, the pause candle's low, with the clean traffic to the left, at that point there is going to be a high probability we're going to make the move back down to that next level of support, where we could potentially look for options to buy it. So that's what I would prefer to see if I was to sell it. Hopefully that does make some sense. And what I would suggest on gold, definitely needs to be engulfing and I want it to be above this support. Yeah, that's if anyone is interested. Personally, I'm probably going to sit it out because I already had the earlier win. I'll likely just wait until NY with the member group, with the members. Yeah, Ricky might be sussing out the VIP. All the sections. The course videos, guys, will be, I will add a little bit to them over the summer break as well. There'll be maybe some updates. Because we've since created some more solo rules on even the breakout entry, which I think needs to be added to that part of the course. So there'll be constant updates. Obviously, when I add new entry types, that will be added to the videos. All right, goal rejecting just now, so it doesn't look like it's going to present. By the way, it's come to my attention that there's someone impersonating me on TikTok, and why I'm pissed off about it is because they got more followers than I do in one day. That's honestly 100 and something followers. I've got 15 on the new account right now. I had 1,000 on the old one until they banned me. Oh man, and they got all the current videos I've got in the current account as well, the short video, so just be careful, guys. The difference at the end of it, it says live, so A.C.T. Forex Academy live, this would say, because mine doesn't say live at the end of it. It's not me, I've reported it. TikTok will shit with everything though when it comes to customer service and complaints and whatever. They're the worst. They are terrible, so I don't expect anything to be done about it. There'll be some dude out there pretending to be me, so just be careful. If anyone messages anyone on TikTok, just make sure to it doesn't say live, and I won't message you guys anyway. I don't initiate contact. You guys want to contact me, you're more than welcome, and I always do reply. Really nice healthy pullback on GJ. This is fine. This is good. All right, so gold is definitely not closed as I would have wanted it to close. But nonetheless, this is maybe the first part of what I want to see starting to play out. Abdul, I just want you to have a look at this, because you took an entry similar to what may be playing out on gold shortly on GJ the other day, and quite similar to that, but in the opposite direction. We had a low here. You had the high, just on GJ from memory. It just created a high, and he sold it off the back of, yes, so catalyst, don't get me wrong, it was a bearish engulfing and 15, which closed 30-week bearish, but it hadn't closed back in the range. So it was still like gold right now. It's still kind of below that support, and that's why it could still potentially reject. This could be a pause. The strong confirmation in this situation would be to wait for, you had the engulfing, for instance, on the 15 here. You've got the consolidation. I'll get back to it in a second. 15, and if it ends up closing above that support, then that would be the clearer confirmation. If it closes like this, I'm still kind of doubting it. Hopefully that makes sense, man. The 15, see how it's just consolidating. It's not, if it closes basically above the body, we're still below actual support itself, not back above it. So GJ, your entry was here, wasn't it? Yep. The 30, you were still, see, the 30, you were still kind of above the body though. See what I mean? It needed to close just a little bit lower down, man, in my opinion.
Okay.
All good, brother. But
I thought that.
Go on, mate. Well, you can talk.
Yeah. I thought that was the same trade we took on code on Monday.
Yep.
It looked like same.
Similar? Yeah. Yeah, Gold Monday.
We took a sell on code from resistance.
Gold sell from resistance. On Monday, we.
Yep. Yep, right there.
15 was it? Let me circle.
Yep. 15 was bearish in open and 30-minute close weak.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, but even then, it's, see how it's closed back below the bodies?
Okay.
Actually,
It means that a candle has to close below the support. Candle body.
but yes, below the bodies. Hang on, it's
Okay.
no, you look it off the back of the 15. I remember mentioning it on stream. I'm gonna trust it in the 15.
Yep.
But also because that rejection. Now let's look at GJ. Did you have similar? Not really. You had strong candles, but not that long blow off top wick that they refer to in crypto, which represents a liquidity grab from the upside. So it's a slight difference, and this would normally be good enough as well. In all honesty, as far as a catalyst, I think it's a good one to look for an entry. You got bearish engulfing, it closed 30 back bearish with that long liquidity wick. But that's the only thing that would have put me off. To be honest, I may have taken it if I was watching the charts. I would have contemplated it, but I would have been a little bit concerned by that. That was the only thing that would have maybe put me off a little bit. Whereas gold was just a tiny bit different because the wick. So that upper wick is that 15-minute rejection. And for it to close back below would suggest that likely to just grab liquidity, and the next destination, likely destination, is to support the opposite end. So it didn't quite make the move, but still enough to secure some pips. So it's a slight difference.
Thank you.
All good, man. But otherwise, in honesty, as a catalyst, I don't think it was a bad entry. Well done for sending it in the chart too. It's the best way to get feedback. Bill's feedback was really good as well. I agree 100% with what he said as well. And you know, some experienced traders in the group. He's one of them. You know, Franco, a few of the other guys as well. And I'm sure they'd be more than happy to share their opinion and, you know, help you guys out.
Just one more trade I took on demo on GU. That was also lost, but in NY.
NY?
Yes.
From yesterday or?
Yes.
A buy or a sell, was it?
It was a buy and candle close above the range right there.
So you took it around here somewhere?
Next candle.
Here?
Next candle, yes. Yes, that was the candle.
Okay. Yep.
Go to the 15 minute, please.
Yep. So is it
1 minute? I have to 1 minute.
Yep, all good. Evo, good day to you, mate. Beats, where is everyone from? You guys feel free to share. You can also annotate, Abdul, if you can work out how to do it. So you can take control of my screen if you want to draw over the top of it.
Yeah, I just right there. Maybe there's a consolidation.
Yep.
On 30 minutes.
On a 30?
Yes. Yep, that was a candle. First resistance was broken.
Just here or?
Back.
Okay, so where's the entry? Is it on the break or?
Yes, it was a break, but it's right there.
Okay. So you enter obviously on this candle because it broke.
Yes.
Okay, well, some positives and some things that would put me off. The first thing is no lower wick, so that is.
1 minute. I should send you a chart first, right?
Maybe, yeah, if you could do that, that's probably better.
Okay, I'm sending a chart.
Yep. You can send it into the Zoom chat if you want, or you can send it into the VIP, it's up to you.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's quickly just have another look at the charts. So GJ trying to respect this level is all right. So interesting. Pull back. Are we going to form support above gold? Potentially. The hourly could be closing back above. Now the next issue we need to consider on gold is, will we have the margin though? That's the only thing. It continues to pop up just now. You may not have the margin to, because it could reject that level that we have recently broke out of. It could be the break and retest happening. Evo, what's the difference from the independent course in terms of learning your strategy? To be honest, the course you get the full, like you get the PFD as well with the actual videos. So the PFD has like screenshots with full explanations from like literally 0.1 to 10 or 15, whatever many points there are in for each entry. But the VIP has just the videos, so it has all the course videos, and that's fine as well. That's more than enough, to be honest. Plus you get full access to everything, the the VIP. So Abdul, if you set the chart, yeah, go on, mate. Franco.
Quick question to gold here.
Yep.
Why you are still considering this support and resistance area, this blue one?
Oh, this blue one? Because we're not properly retested. We retested on the following candle, but we haven't actually retested it yet to see if it's going to hold on actual proper pullback to it. So this is the first initial break of it. So now I wait, and if we retest it and pop straight above it, that's when I start to remove it. But if we retest it, I want to wait to see if it retests first, because it may hold, reject, and then we can start to adjust this zone a bit to, for instance, that level. And that is now pretty much, that would be our new range. That makes sense. So if you're looking for the sells upon the rejection and upon the right confirmation.
Okay, I would see a little bit different there.
Yep.
So I would more consider then the M50, because there was a pause there, and maybe in this upper area I would then maybe a little bit upper then I would there maybe consider a resistance zone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe to have more margin to get in buys from the H4.
Yeah, I see that. Yep. Definitely see that, because that is the most recent level.
Yeah.
But looking at the 30, that is the most recent level. But this is the next level we're approaching again. So that's the one I want to see how price reacts to it. And then I'd start to consider that 15-minute level, because that pretty much lines up with the 30 over here to the left. And then as we move on, if we keep continuing up, now I start to consider this level as a potential level where it could reject. So I just want to see how it reacts to that level first, and if it does respect it, that zone will remain. If it rejects it, I just remove it if it pops straight through it. So remember, when we're validating zones and that, and when we want to add or remove a zone, if we're looking to remove a zone, don't do it straight away once you've broken through it until you've retested it. So I'll tend to keep the zones in for at least the session, and sometimes I'll keep them the full day if we're broken out, just to see how price reacts to it. So for instance, GJ, I mean, if we were just still flying to the upside, I'd obviously keep this in. I know we burst through it, but now we've finally retested. So now I'm gonna remove it because we're close below it. So now this is where I remove it, and now the new focus is this support and the resistance. It's a bearish candle high in the M15, so I just drag it up. And that becomes pretty much your trading range right now. So I've just wiped out the zone because we're closed back below it, pushed through it on the way up, had no respect for it, and now on the way down we've also pretty much had no respect for it. Nice closure on gold at the end, guys. Got a little bit, that's 5 minutes, a little bit of resistance to the left. It's not a bad closure. Again, like I said, I'm personally not going to take another trade on the session. I'm going to wait for NY. But would not be the worst entry. This is the first potential entry, but like I mentioned, the more solid entry is to wait for the proper structure to form at the lows after such a strong sell. Abdul, we've sent it in, but you've dropped off the call. Oh, okay, entered here. once again, it's actually not a bad entry. It's just obviously wasn't being not the right time. Lemon week's been really good, man. Week's been fantastic, to be honest. 4-0 for the week. 3 of those on stream and 1 with the gang, NY. It's been a cracking week. Every trade it's been over and done with less than a minute basically as well. So yeah, so gold not looking bad, guys. You've got the 30 support, you're popping back above. Let's put that zone back in. Where do we have it before? Go back to the 4 hour. It was the 4 hour level. So it's closed above, so yeah, so that could be your entry. That could be your entry. You could be looking at a potential gold trade. Way to manage it would be to trail the stop loss to the entry candle. But once again, I'm personally not gonna bother with it at the moment. Get the shit out of me. Yeah, so you be in it already, guys. Yeah, I'm not in this, so but that's roughly what you'd be looking at. And I'd be now trailing a stop to the entry candle. And you'd be looking pretty good. Oof, wow. It's been like this all freaking week. You've had to be so quick to secure. Look at that, pops up and straight back down. I don't think it would have popped up to 10, probably about 8 or so. Wow, that's crazy.
8 pips. 8.5 pips.
Did you take it?
I'm in actually.
Yeah.
But it was too quick to get some profits there, so it's still open.
Oh, okay. And it's all week, it's been like this. It's crazy, crazy volume. There we go. Yeah, I reckon I would be at break even after that spike and it's popping back up again. Come on. Oh man. It's volatile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oof. Yeah, and once again, it's been like that all week. Abdul, I saw your chart, by the way, and once again, you're not. We're just watching this because this is an entry call. Once again, as far as the catalyst, you're seeing it quite well, to be honest, man. It just it's just a bit unlucky that instance it didn't work out. Will you be on the MY call, because I can go into a little bit more detail then. Come on, surely it's going to pop up a little bit more. Notice when there's crazy volume pre-London, London tends to be a bit slow. Yeah, there's been a lot of volume of late. Obviously, yesterday with the breaking news out of Russia as well. Yeah, that's what I mentioned before, Lemon. That's was my only concern. Need a little bit more than just a candle catalyst. Abdul, all good, man. All good. Come on. Oh man, I want watch it pop down. Again, I'm not in it, but either way, some of you guys watch it pop down, take out your break-even stop loss, and then pop up again. Steve, is painful.
Yeah, I close it. Focus on 6 pips right now.
6? Oh, okay.
And now let's start to head up.
Oh yeah, after you close it.
Yeah.
Look, if you're not comfortable, then you have to obviously.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's spike up and down, and it's not.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea right now.
You collect some profits. Nice one, Steve, as well. Nice one.
7.2 pips.
Yep, nice one. So Steve, similar.
Okay.
That's all right, guys. Benefits. The volatility is a bit crazy, so I don't blame you. Yeah, I think you're better to get to break even anyway. So, I like movement. Yeah, I know. I'm the same. When I see price move like that, where it just skips pips, pops down 5 pips, it's up like 6-7 pips, and all of a sudden pops down 5-6 pips in a blink of an eye. I don't like it as well. I get a bit anxious in it, so I'd rather just manage it and then accept it. Abdul, again, I'll just quickly look at this. So yeah, you're right. You've got the closure above the resistance. You've got the weak bearish candle closing above the resistance as well, leaving a long wick to the downside. The only thing I want to ask, did this candle have a low wick prior to entry? Because if so, then yes, it's valid. As long as you have enough margin to get to that point. It just didn't work out for whatever reason. That, you know, that not every trade's going to be a winning trade, but if you're following the rules in that, I think it's a pretty good entry, to be honest. You've worked the catalyst to fine. Once again, we can have more of a chat about it on the NY call later. Probably better. I think the internet keeps cutting out, so yeah, we might do that. Alrighty guys, so let's wrap things up. It's getting a bit late here. I'm gonna have a bit of a break before NY. Alright, so GJ, now we've popped back below that previous resistance here to the left. We're now popping back above it. So for me, what I prefer for it to do is really come back down, because then it gives you enough margin to look for the potential buy from support. The issue is if it forms support here, back in the marries, is not going to be the margin to buy back up to the high. So at that point, you're probably best to wait for it to start to pop above. What I would probably do personally, because impulse entries I'm not so keen on, what I would say is if we close above this point here, instead of looking at it as an impulse entry, I turn it into a zone to zone trade. So closure above the actual candle that confirms resistance, so the bearish candle, retest of it, and any likely entering either way above the current daily candle's high. On continuation, after a bit of exhaustion, after a bit of a pullback, you have tapped into the wicks over here to the left of that bearish candle, that minor resistance. So it could pull up just now. If that's to be the case, I'd be looking for potential buys on maybe the following 4-hour candle. That is GJ, and like I mentioned before, for the sellers, need to let it form some structure before considering selling it, in my opinion. Gold. So looks like it would work. Nice one, nice one. Good way to end the stream in another winning stream. What I'd like to see, if you're not in it just now, is again, now let it pull back to create that high low. Then your next option is to potentially buy it from the confirmation of support forming at the high low, or as it begins to break whatever the highest point of this impulse, current bounce off the support, the impulse off the support, whatever the highest point of that is. Be looking for the closure above or the break of that high, and then potential entries. Just be wary of this previous level of support price is broken out of. I want to see how it reacts to it before removing it. If it starts to burst through it and close above it, then we can remove that zone. Otherwise, if it does react to it, you could also look for the sell option on the right confirmation, of course. Further sells at this rate, probably going to need to wait to below 4-hour support, fair way off, otherwise sells upon the pullback. And that is it on both gold and GJ. Beats in your trust, I'm out. That's all good. You secured some profit. Thank you for the sub. Lemon initial stop loss first trade was 35 pips. Yeah, below the previous 30. But I did say as soon as you get triggered, and what you could do is adjust it to the entry candles low, which would have then mitigate your risk by quite a bit, and your stop loss would have been at that point about 13-14 pips. So nice move, guys. Well done. Successful day. Well done. Alrighty, if you're not done so, make sure to hit the like button, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Members, I will see you guys in a few hours from now. Looking forward to it. Until then, take care. Well done today. YouTube. Yep. See you guys later too. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, guys.